Islam and freedom are not compatible, period. Let's just get right down to brass tacks. When you have gatherings of Muslims and they say no one else can attend but Muslims, there is a problem there. Hello everyone, I'm Mark Robinson and this is Mark Robinson Unscripted, where I give you my unscripted opinion on topics ranging from politics to pop culture. Thank you for being here. Well, it would appear that the good old religion of peace, or as I call it, the religion of pieces, has decided that they need to have foot washing stations in airports. Muslim-only foot washing stations. And the latest one that they're trying to insert into an airport is in Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. Now, the story here, when I called on to it, when I heard it, I thought the thing had already been installed, but that's not the case. And before we go any further, let me make sure that I point this out. This foot washing thing is privately funded, which that doesn't make a bit of difference to me. But I feel like I need to point that out because the problem is obvious, and we're going to get to that. This Muslim-only foot washing station in the middle of an airport in the United States of America. I'm not sure why that's not a problem for everybody. But I tell you who it is a problem for. It's a problem for Texas Governor Greg Abbott, who has taken a stand to try to stop the intrusiveness of this movement of Islam. I'm going to say this before I go any further. I don't have any problem with people practicing whatever religion they want to practice. But here is my problem with the folks who practice Islam in this country and in every country. Not only do they want the right to practice their religion, they literally want to force their practices on everyone else. The people up in Dearborn, Michigan now are forced to wake up every day or 5 times a day to hear this ridiculous prayer horn being blown all over the city. And now the people in the airport are going to have parts of the airport where they simply cannot go. Christians, we like to wash our feet. Can I go into the Muslim foot washing station and wash my feet as I eat a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich? I don't think so. If we have a Christian place inside of an airport, I'm sure everybody would be welcome to come in and participate, particularly based on the way Christianity is operating these days. We have some churches that welcome absolutely everyone. You don't even have to stop doing your sin. They welcome everybody. But by and large, Muslims always want to be segregated. They always want to keep everybody out and don't want to let anyone else come in. Governor Abbott, here's a clip of him. I'm just going to play this clip of him talking about his opposition to this foot wash and talking about his opposition to these Muslim-only gatherings. Take a listen.
So both for any proposed or any existing facilities like that are simply unconstitutional and illegal. Let me explain what I did here as well as what I've done before, and that is any Muslim-only location like this or any Muslim-only event in the state of Texas, we've shut down. You cannot have a Muslim-only washing station in an airport. You can, before that, shut down a Muslim-only event in Grand Prairie, a Muslim-only event at school districts in various regions across the state of Texas, because that is very simply illegal.
Governor Abbott has taken steps to try to thwart this foot washing station, and he's taken steps to try to thwart these Muslim-only gatherings. There's some that are saying that this thing has not been put to bed, and there are some that are saying it has been put to bed. I'm not going to sit here and argue about whether or not it's been put to bed or not. This is my opinion on the issue. It should have never been an issue to start with, because the people of the United States of America had better wake up, or should have never gone to sleep and allowed this to ever even been proposed. The fact that we're allowing Islam, the religion of Islam, to literally take over cities like Dearborn, and now they're attempting to wedge their way into other places. It's like we're not realizing what's happened all over the globe. Name one nation that is an Islamic state that is a free state. particularly for women. Name one state that is an Islamic state that is a free state for homosexuals, let's just say. Islam and freedom are not compatible, period. Let's just get right down to brass tacks. The American form of liberty and freedom, what we enjoy in this country, it is not compatible with Islam. And I'm not talking about, quote, radical Islam. I'm talking about the religion of Islam itself. When you have gatherings of Muslims and they say no one else can attend but Muslims, there is a problem there. What Christian church has on the outside of its door saying only Christians can attend? As a matter of fact, Christian churches want people of other faiths to attend. They want them to come in and hear the gospel of Jesus Christ. But why would you have events and spaces where only Muslims are allowed? Well, I can tell you from my end why, because what I believe, and what I believe is this. I believe that the plan here is to take over, not just be part of America, not just be part of the landscape, not just to have a mosque on the corner right along with the Catholic cathedral and along with the Baptist church and along with the Jehovah's Witness meeting place. They want those places wiped away and replaced with mosque. And if you listen to the tenets of their religion, they say so. Now, I wouldn't be sitting here saying this if this wasn't true. In Muslim-dominated and Muslim-run nations, Christians have very few rights, if any rights at all. I'd like to prove the point by getting on an airplane tomorrow and going to try to establish a Christian church in a place, I don't know, let's just pick a place. Let's go establish a Christian church in Afghanistan. See how that works out for you. Let's go to Iran and try to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ on the street corners of Iran and see what happens. You see, here in America, Muslims can meet on the streets and they can wave those crazy looking banners and they can wear all those hijabs and they can practice their religion in the open here in America. But when you have that exchange of going to a place where Islam rules, all of a sudden there is no exchange of ideas. Everyone else is pushed to the background or in some cases flat out destroyed and treated like second or third class citizens. And that, my friends, is the problem that I have with this religion. This is not a religion that wants to coexist. It's a religion that wants to dominate. It wants to destroy every opponent that they have. And I say opponents because that's what they see Christians as. That's what they see Jews as. That's what they see any other religion as. Not a fellow practitioner of the religion they believe in, but they actually see them as an opponent and a threat to the religion of so-called peace, which is anything but. To Governor Abbott, I'd say keep striving to thwart these efforts. And I say to the people of America, you better wake up and realize what's going on here. Because all of these young people out here that think that it's so wonderful that these folks are in the middle of the street and practicing Islam. I saw one video where this young black girl was filming all these Muslims in the street with all their garb on, and she was saying, oh, how beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I want you to tell me it's beautiful when they're forcing you to put that on. And when they're forcing your daughters to put that on. When they're telling you you can't go out in public by yourself. When they're stripping every freedom afforded to you in America away from you because they have now instilled Sharia law into the place where you live. Tell me how beautiful it will be then. This foot washing thing just seems like just one little minor thing, and people say, well, what's the problem? Let them have their foot washing thing. Yeah, it seems minor. But when you think about it, and you really think about the fact of why it's there, and think about the fact of who's allowed in it. Everybody's not allowed in it. You know, I thought we stopped stuff like that. If we're going to have Muslim foot washing stations, Muslim-only foot washing stations, well, I guess we should go back to having whites-only drinking fountains, huh? Maybe? You think that would work? You think it would work if somebody put a restaurant in Dallas-Fort Worth Airport and said only white people can eat here? I don't think that would fly as good as a Led Zeppelin. But hey, everybody knows that we're doing everything that we can to accommodate the Muslims these days. And it doesn't seem like we care whether or not we're trampling all over our own Constitution or putting the rights of our people in jeopardy when we do it. Look, folks, I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash over this, but I don't care. I don't care about the backlash. It's time somebody blew the whistle. It's time somebody sounded the alarm. It's time that Americans stood up, particularly Christians in this country, stood up, because America is based on the tenets of Christian freedom, the freedom of choice. You don't have to be a Christian. Christianity calls you into it, and it freely calls you into it and gives you the choice of whether or not you want to follow Christ. Islam doesn't do that, folks, and the proof is in the pudding in the nations that it runs. This is a dangerous religion to our republic because the tenets of this religion stand in stark contrast to the freedoms of our republic. And if America doesn't wake up and realize that, I believe we're setting ourselves up for some major problems in the future. I don't have a problem blowing this whistle. I don't have a problem calling them out, and I don't have a problem standing up and saying what desperately needs to be said. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us for this episode, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. God bless, and see you next time.